Okay. Thank you to welcome and thank you to everyone. Raquel and me will deal with the webinar. I will make the presentation, like the theory, and Raquel will do like a real case, so you can see the platform. So I will share with you the presentation. If you have any questions, we prefer to answer everything at the end of the presentation, so you can make your questions on the chat, okay? Or at the end of the presentation, you can like raise your hand and you can make the question by voice, okay? So let's begin. Raquel, you can you confirm that you see the presentation?
I said good only now. Perfect. That's good.
Okay. So we want to present the updates and the guide and of how to present the declarations in the packaging platform. Okay. So as an introduction, see if it works. Yeah. Okay. We want to make sure that you have the timeline very clear. Okay. You know that from the 1st of January to the 31st of March, you have to present a report and submit the declaration to the ministry registry. Okay. And in the meantime, between the 9th of January that we opened the declaration platform, the period for submission, okay, and the 28th of February, you must submit the declaration to the Ecotic platform, okay. So the 28th of February is the deadline to submit the declaration to Ecotic Envases, and the 31st of March is the deadline to report to the ministry registry. Okay, so this is very, very important. So for reporting, we have 3 different scenarios. Okay. The first one is the scenario of companies that already submit the Ecotic Envases declaration on 2024. So you have the provisional declaration 2025, and you have to make the final declaration 2025 with Ecotic Envases, and also to submit the provisional declaration for 2026. Okay. The second scenario is that you are a new member of Ecotic, so you will present the final declaration to another PRO or scrap for 2025, and you will present the provisional 2026 to Ecotic Envases. Okay, so you were member of another PRO and you became a new member during 2025. Okay, and the third scenario is that this 2026 will be your first declaration, okay? In Ecotic Envases and in any other PRO scheme, okay? So there are some key terms that you should be very clear with them, or well, it has to be like familiar to you, okay? One is that, and that you will have it on the platform. Sorry, because I forgot to tell you that the platform for this year, it's only in Spanish, okay? So during this presentation, we will have you will have the translation of these terms, okay? Also, we have a user guide that we will send it to you, and also this presentation, okay? And this video, okay? Because we are recording this webinar. So you have to be very familiar with these terms. Stream, you know that your packaging can be household, commercial, or industrial packaging. The material could be plastic, glass, wood, any material. We have to make clear that a packaging can be made of any material, okay? The packaging function is primary, that it's in direct contact with the product. Secondary, that's it's a grouping of several packaging, primary packaging, okay? And tertiary, that is designed to facilitate the transport, okay, of one or more packaging units, okay? Harrowness is it means when the product contains Harrow's characteristics, okay? The type of use is very important. It can be single use or reusable, okay? This is very important with the next terms, because when you see lifespan in years or cycles per year, it only applies for reusable packaging, okay? Also, you have in the declaration, you will see percentage of recycled content, okay? This is the amount of recycled material in the packaging, okay? So this term gives a lot of doubt for the clients, because they don't know the percentage, okay? So we always say that you must ask your provider. They should know, okay? The percentage of recyclability, this is even more confused, okay? Because actually the legislation, it doesn't establish really how to get this percentage, okay? But well, if you don't know any of this percentage, you can put 0, okay? And we will try to at least the percentage of recyclability, to change it so you don't have to put anything if you don't know, okay? But at this moment you have to put 0, okay? If you don't know it. Okay, the ER, okay, for foreign producers, you know that it is legally required in Spain to have a ER, and for managing for all the formalities in the registry, okay? Mainly the ER, I think most of you are ER or or consultancy companies. They have to do the registry management, okay, handle with the registration and the official declarations, okay, to submit the declarations to the registry, okay. The responsibilities of the producer, while the ER is handled with the legal registry, okay, the responsible to report the quantities put on the market to the PRO is the producer, okay. The responsible to make the declaration to the platform is the producer. You can have like a contract with a consultancy company or with the ER, so they can make the declaration, but the responsibility is for the producer, okay? The last responsibility is always on the producer. Okay, so after this introduction, we will go right to the platform, okay? You know that the period to declare start in January, okay, and it goes to until the 28th of February, okay. So if you have any questions, you can send an email to envases@ecotic.es, okay. We will try to assist all of you in any questions that you have, any problems. You know that sometimes there are some doubts. You put something and it gives you an error. So please just contact us. We are here to assist you. So we will try to fix any problem that you find during that process, okay? Just to remember that we closed the platform to make the provisional declarations 2025 the 9th of January, okay? So during this period, 9 to 28, you have to make to edit the provisional declaration and to make the final. We will see how to do it now, okay? So the first step is you will receive an email, okay? And you have to validate your account. It is very important that when you receive this email, you have 24 hours to validate your account, okay? This is like a security issue, okay? So once you validate your email, your account, okay, you have to access the platform through this link or through our web page, okay? This is an example of the email that you will receive, okay? If you haven't received this email at the beginning of January, please contact us, okay? So we can sell it again, okay? But remember, you have 24 hours. You have to click here and then you confirm a password, okay? And that's all. Okay, next steps. You have to generate your proposal report based on the provisional declaration 2025. Okay, so you will generate the final declaration. Okay, and then you can edit. You can change everything you want. Okay, before close the final generation, the declaration, okay? Then you have to generate the 2026 provisional declaration. This you can make it in two different ways. If you have your final 2025 declaration, you can like copy paste this final declaration, okay? Or if is your first provisional declaration for 2026, you have to press like the bottom new, and you can make a new provisional declaration, okay? And then when you have your final declaration submitted, okay, then you can download a report that you can use to submit to the producer registry of the ministry, okay? Okay, so this is the platform, how it looks like, okay? And as I told you, it's in Spanish. So we made here like a translation of each bottom, okay? So for provisional declaration, if it's your new declaration, okay, you see, this is your user view of the platform. So you are making a new provisional declaration for 2026. You have to press new, okay, here. And then it opens a small window. Then here you have your name, your username, okay? And then you have to choose the period, okay? In this case will be 2026, okay? Then it opens this window, okay? And here you have the basically the information you gave us when you make the contract with Ecotic, okay? If you told us that you have commercial packaging and also the household, okay, it will appear here, okay? If you told us that you only have commercial packaging, you will see only commercial, okay? And then you have to start to choose the different materials that you have. For instance, in commercial, if you told us that you have wood, okay, this is madera is wood, okay, then when you press here, you will see the materials you told us, okay? Then you choose the first material, for instance, wood, and then you press here to add, okay? And then you will see this small pencil, and you have to press the pencil, and then let me go to the next step, okay? And then you will have this window, and you have to fulfill these lines, okay? In this case, it's good. It's a palette, okay? The format, the packaging format. Then you have the packaging type, okay? If it's primary, secondary, or tertiary, okay? You have flexible or rigid. In the case of wood, it doesn't apply because it's always rigid, okay? You have the color. In the case of wood, it doesn't apply either. Multimaterial, okay? Then the reusability, most of the palettes are reusable, so you will press yes. Harrows or not harrows. And then here, recyclability and percentage of recycled content, you will have to put something always, okay? If you don't know, you can put 0, okay? Then if you have put that is reusable, also you have to put the lifespan and the cycles per year. Okay, you can put units, but it's not compulsory, and then the weight, okay, in tons, not in kilos. Okay. Then when you put all the materials, okay, and commercial, household, industrial, or whatever, everything you want, everything you have, then you will see this line, which says provisional declaration, the year, and this is that it's edit, okay? That you edit the provisional declaration. So now you can generate the final declaration, okay? You have to click here and then generate declaration, okay? And then, let's see if I can go. I can pass the slide. Okay. Okay. And there's a step that is not here. You will see it with Raquel, okay? But once you click here to generate declaration, you will see two lines here, the provisional and the final declaration. And the final declaration, it will be in 0, okay? Then you can edit the final declaration, okay? And here you have what you put on your provisional. 10,000 units, 12 tons, and the price, okay? Here, you have to edit to put the final units, the final weight, and okay? And you will see like that. Opens again these small windows, so you can change all the numbers and then press add. Okay. Finally, you will see here, it's very important because when you change the tones here, you see instead of 10,000 units, you put 30,000. Instead of 12 tons, you put 36. Okay. So this is just weight. Okay. The price is the same, but the total amount, it changed from 9,000 to 18,000. Okay. And see at the final report, okay, that was 0, you will see now 18,000, okay, because you made the changes. And you see also that it's in addition, okay? You have to edit the final declaration, pressing here, okay? This is the edit. If you don't press edit, it won't change. I missed. Sorry, I missed up one step. You see, Raquel, just as you put the example.
Yes.
Okay. Now it's here. Let's see. To the beginning, okay? Because here we have 10,000 units, 12 tons, okay? So you can edit this, you edit, you change it, okay? You add, and then we have here 30,000 and 36 tons, right? Raquel?
Yes, that's the difference between the provisional to the
Yeah.
final. It makes a
So now
calculation.
here
If
we
you
have,
edit, yes,
we have here 18,000, okay, euros. But if we go to the next step, I don't get this minus 8,000.
I should check it. Maybe the print screen is from another example.
Yes, I think because here
it
you
could
see
be remixed the
yes, the
example.
examples, because here we have 10 units,
Yes.
1 tone. So that just that at the beginning we have 12 tones, okay? Here we have 1 tone, so that just that weights is minus 11, okay? So the total amount will be minus 8,250, right?
Yes, we will correct it before we send you the presentation.
Okay.
Yes, but the idea is that if you are making in the final declaration, you're adding kilos, then it will be an invoice in positive.
Yeah.
And if you are making less, it's going to be that debit in the invoice.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the thing is that if you put more or less weight or units, the final declaration will show you the difference between the provisional and the final. Okay, that's the point. So well, then when you check everything and everything is correct, okay, then you press here on the you check the final declaration and you press in edit, okay, and that's the final process. You will see it now with Raquel, okay. The invoicing process, as you know, is quarterly invoicing, okay. The 2026 provisional declaration is split into 4 quarterly invoices, okay, and each one represents 25% of the total estimate, annual estimate, okay. There's a fifth invoice, okay, that is the annual adjustment. When you make the final declaration, as you see here, there's an adjustment, okay. Here, in this case, we will make a fifth invoice of minus 8,250. If you declare more, these adjustments will be in positive, okay? And there's a minimum threshold for declaration of less than 100 euros, okay? If you declare 85 euros, your declaration is 85 euros, we will invoice you for a minimum of 100 euros, okay? And it will be in the first quarter, this 100 euros. Okay, if in the final declaration you make a declaration of more than 100 euros, we will make the difference. Okay. So I think that the theory is very nice, but I think it's even nicer to see it alive, okay, with a case study that Raquel will show you. So Raquel, if you're ready, I stop to share the screen. So I give you.
Right. Wait,
okay.
So let me share the screen. Okay, well, the first you'll do as Abed said is, well, you need first to check what's your user for the platform, and you already activated the link, okay? If you haven't done it, just write us an email and we'll check how to resend you that code. So you need to have that username. That's always normally an ID, the ID from you, or just to set it name and surname combination. So that can be fitted to as you is best to you. Can have more than one users for this one user for the company for one company. And if you are a group of companies, one user can have access to all the companies from the group. Okay, so once you have checked if you have your user and the password is set, you need to go. I just made it in here already, but you had the link also in the website. It's the access for packaging. It's another access than what you're used to have for we. Okay, so and here you just get in your dashboard. Okay, as Agatha said, it's in Spanish. Unfortunately, this year it's planned to do it during this year the translation. But I think with the materials we provide, translated, and also if you really find it difficult or you want to be 100% sure that you are doing it right, just contact us. We can make a Teams and just share with you the process and see if you have any questions. And don't hesitate to do that. Just let us know if you have any doubts, or if you want to just do it yourself. And when it's done before submitting, you can also let us know, and we check if it's something not clear or any questions you may have. Okay, so that's what you're going to see when you access. There are three main menus mainly. Okay, what you are going to work with is with the declarations at the moment, but you can also have a list or a list for documents. At the moment, you can see the certificates only. That's translated. That's Spanish and English version. So if you need that certificate, you can download it from here. It's set it in here inside. That was normally for the wait, now I can let me see if I can now close it. Okay. No, just a second, because oh no, sorry. So you can have it in here. Also, you will find a list of the invoices. Now you cannot see any because it's not yet there are not yet invoices for this producer. But here you'll find the list of the invoices once they are ready for the companies you have access to with your username. Okay, and then what is more important is that declarations menu. Okay, here as Agatha explained you before, you will see all the steps on the process. So if you have to make a declaration from zero, then you'll have to get a new. But if you already made the report from from last year, from 2025, then you'll see it already here. So that's we are going to make two examples: one making starting from zero, and one starting from with a provisional declaration from 2025. Okay, so if you already declared in 2025, you will see your information in here in the platform. That's the report you sent us last year to Ecotic. And here you see, or you should see at least, what you declared already. So for this example, we made like commercial plastics. Here you'll see every line for every stream. So you'll see commercial, industrial, and household if you have the three streams. And otherwise, in this example, you can see all three streams, but normally let's set it in your file. So if you have commercial and industrial, that's what you'll see. Okay, and also the materials are also set it in your profile. If you are missing a stream or a material, let us know. We can also set it. So here is what you already entered last year or declared last year. That's already invoiced. I think the three quarters are already invoiced. I think the last one is not yet, or I'm not sure. But so that's now what you have from that was your provisional information, and now we have to make from the provisional we have to make the final report. So that's we just went in the view, but if you want to set it, you have to. In this one, you cannot make anything because you can only edit if it's not submitted, and if the invoices has not been done. But this is not the case now. This is closed. So the only thing you can do with this invoice is to make the proposal for the final declaration for 2025. Okay, and the system already knows if you select the declaration you need. It sets if you are in a professional, it sets also the year, and then you have to generate declaration. Okay, that's the last option. And then the system, what it makes is just to get the information, okay, and say to you that if you have to make some changes, then you can do it, okay. But you have here the information. So if we had that plastic, that PP, we had these quantities and we want to modify because of course it was not the final amounts, then we can do it, okay. So we declared 5,000 units and 5 tons. So let's make it like it was just a bit more, like 0, and then instead of 5 tons, we can make it 6. That's what you have to make. It's the quantities that are final for that material in each line that you reported in 2025. Okay, so that's what we are going to add in here. Here it's going to be also the units, and also this one we are going to make a bit less. So here is, if you can see, that was the example that was mistaken in the presentation. But here you can see that in the plastic we made like plus one ton. So here it's plus, that's that adjusted way that we mentioned before. It's that quantity, and it also makes a calculation from what you have to pay more for this material as the final quantities are changed compared to the provisional. And in this case, for the aluminium cages, then it was we made it 5 tons, but the final quantities were 4 tons. So now it's -1, and then it's going to be a credit note from 30 euros for this material. And in this one, if you want, we just leave it the same. So it's going to be a line that it's going to be exactly the same. And once you have the quantities adjusted to the final quantities, you can accept it. Okay, and then you'll see 2 reports for 2025. One that is provisional and one that is final. Okay, the final one, once you're sure that it's everything good, then you can submit it. Okay, because otherwise it's always in addition. It's waiting in here till you submit it. Okay, so after editing the quantities, then you need to submit it if you're 100% sure that it's going to be there are no more changes. Then you submit it, and then we have to go back in here. Okay, this is a menu where you change from one step to the other one. You can go forward and you can also go backwards, unless the declarations are already invoiced. Okay, but if you just do it and you made a mistake, you can still make it back or make it forward by yourself. Okay, so we just submit it. Let's say that's today, 29th of January. We are making the final declaration for 2025. Okay. And now it's already done. But if you are still with Ecotic Envases in 2026, you have to make also the provisional for 2026. Sorry. So for 2026, as you already have the final declaration for 2025, the normal is that you are just making the same quantities as the provisional for 2026. These final quantities from 2025 have to be exactly the same quantities that you are reporting to the ministry. Okay, that's very important because that's the only the information that the register is going to cross informations with the PROs, and it's also the information we are going to use for audits if necessary, if the differences are more than 1% from what you declare to the register, then to our final report in 2025. That's going to start a process because the difference cannot the quantities have to be the same. Okay, so now we have our final. You can see it in here. Okay, that's the type. That's if it's there are two types: final and provisional and final. You have also the year. So here we are in 2025. And here you'll see in what state it is, if it's in addition or submitted. Okay. So from the final report 2025, we are going to generate a proposal for 2026 for the provision for 2026. Okay. And then, as I said, the 99% of the cases, it's going to be the same quantities. So we don't have to do anything, just accept the quantities. Okay, and we are now with 3 lines for the reports. As you saw it, that I just clicked in this check. Okay, that's a selected report, so you have to watch out, because if you have a check in the report that it's not a good one, it's probably going to be an error because it's not going to follow the process good. Okay, so you have to check which one you are working with. So we just made the provisional report for 2026, and it is in addition this state. No. So what we are missing is just to submit it. Are you sure? Yes. Sure. Okay. And in the beginning, I showed you how to edit the declaration if it's in addition, of course. Here you can see it's like a view from a quick view from the information. It's in each declaration. Okay. And here you can have also a function to download in Excel. Excel is an Excel file format, also in CSV. And you can see now, I open just a second so you can see it also. You can have here the information you have for this report. You'll see also the year, all the information you reported in here. And as I said, you have also the information from the report for the. It's only showing here the file for the final report for 2025 at the moment. Next year will be 26. But as we are asking information that is not exactly the same than the ministry, or not in the order that the ministry asks, or the compilations, or so we made this report so you can have like a guide of the information. So it's like more or less like it's asked to the ministry, so you can make it more easy to enter that in the. I'm seeing now it is missing something. I see just now. I let me write it down a second. but that's what you can download. You just print it or just save it in your desktop or whatever. And then with that information, you can go to the administrator, well, not you, your ER, sorry, and make submit the declaration for you. Okay, so that was a case from a company that was already last year with Ecotic. Okay, let's make one that now I don't know if that's going to be possible. Let me just delete this one. Well, I show you how I do it if you want. I want to make now like one from zero, one report for 2026 from zero, as if you didn't have any previous information. Okay, so you can see also the process if that's the case for you. Now I'm going to delete this report because it's not invoice, so I can do it, and I show you also how I'm going to do it. So if it's submitted, first of all, I have to make it back. So undo submit. Then I can make any modification if I want. But in this case, I want to delete it. But if you just saw, okay, I had to make a modification, or I don't want to submit it because it's not yet the date, and I want to wait till the last week to submit it. Let's just leave it in addition, because if it's submitted, then it will start the normal process. Okay, but in this case, I want to delete it, so I just delete it. And now I show you like, I think it's going to be possible to make one from zero in this example. So imagine this is not here. So we make like 2026. Now you only see a few lines, but in 10 years, if you come to this list, it's going to be a big list of reports. You can use always these filters. Okay, so you can also have more clear if you are in the 2025, 2026, or in the, if it's final or provisional. Okay, but in this case, imagine we have nothing. We start from zero. We started the responsibility in Ecotic Envases to 2026, and we just open one. It's going to be a bit different than what you've seen now, because of course it's like a blank sheet. You are starting from zero, so you have to make the information by yourself. Okay, it's if you have more than one producer in your user, then you'll see this, and otherwise you will make you select the producer you are, and you have to. Now we have two periods open, so if it's your case, you have to be aware that you have to select 2026, of course, and then here you'll see the streams you have activated, and also the materials you have for your company. Okay, as I said, if you're missing any stream or any material, let us know. So let's make a couple of examples so you can see it. This option is to make information from drink and non-drink. Most of you are non-drink, so and that's also set it in your file. And let's make commercial plastics. Okay, every time you have a new material, it will open like a line in here, and then you have to edit the quantities, and that's the information you need for every material. Okay, so let's make plastic, and then you know that you have its others, for example. That's if it's primary, secondary, or tertiary. So let's make it secondary. Flexible or rigid. Let's make it rigid. Color, transparent. It's the reusability. It's dangerous. No. That's the information that Agatha explained. That's recyclability. and here is that content of recycled material. Okay, they are both at the moment mandatory. We are changing the first one, but it's not yet done. So if you don't have the information, you can do it in 0, and or make it 20, or well, make it 0. I make it in the example 20, but for you should check the information. If you don't have it, make that 0. If it's still if you are making the report and you find it still mandatory, then let's make the quantity. I mean, always make the same amount, but I can change it also. Now, be aware that the way it's in tones, you can make also commas. Okay, so for example, this is going to be like this. Then if you want to add another material in the same stream, you can do it. So for example, carton, carton, and here you have the same process. Okay, just the material, carton or paper. Let's make it carton. That's also secondary. That's the reusability. That injurious. Let's make it again 20, 20, and let's make one of the threaded ones, and 0,5, for example. Okay. And now we go to another stream. Let's make it wood. Let's make pellets, for example. Type of pellet, and it's going to be tertiary. Let's make these ones that are reusable. Okay. Dangerous not. Then we make this information. And here you see that you have extra information to add as you selected that this reusable package. So life, make it like 5 years. It's always to be in years. And the cycles per year. So let's make it once a month. Let's make it 12 units, 9,000. Okay. So, and now we have the provisional quantities for this producer, this example. And once we have the quantities clear, then we just accept it. We'll see that automatically the declaration information is here. Once we are sure, before the period terminates, then you have to submit it. Okay, and then we go back in selecting the declaration, submit, and then it will change from here to here to submit, and that's done. Okay, here you can see the quantities, you can download the information, you can just see it also, and you see then here nothing changed because that's a provisional. That's only going to be when you have a final report. Okay, and I think we've seen one example for each. We can go now in the questions if you have any. I can go back to the platform if we want to see something in particular, but I don't know if there are more questions or I answered already two when Ada was talking to Jennifer, and I don't know if there are more questions. Ada, if you could answer them.
Yes.
Or...
Well, just one question from Jennifer also. So she asked me if they can upload an Excel file for the declaration, just to make sure that for this year is not possible yet, but it's planning to do it for next year. So next year, I hope you can upload this Excel file to the platform directly. But if you want us to help you with that, you can send us the Excel. We can make it with you, but in any case, you will have to check it and to submit it. We cannot do it for you. So if you don't have any questions, you can raise your hand or I'll put it on the chat. But if you have no questions, so we get a document with the translations of the words used in the platform. Yes, you will have a user guide. Also, you have we will send you this presentation, okay? And also the webinar, okay? So you can check it anytime. So I think it's good. And the user guide, yes, the user guide is in English. Yes.
And we send you also all the translations for the materials and everything, so you can always check it because it's in the platform we plan it. It's already in development, but it's not yet done. But the user guide and all the materials you can get from us, it's in English. Yes.
Thank you, Jennifer. So I think it's good that there's not a lot of questions. Then I think it's a good sign. Okay, then I think we can stop here. Georgina Shepard, I have quite a lot of questions, so we will contact you to ask for a personal team meeting. Okay, Georgina, whenever you want, we can make a Teams meeting. Okay, just send us an email so we check the agendas. Okay. Anyone who needs a meeting, just send an email so we can schedule. Okay. Okay. I think Raquel is.
No,
okay.
I just wanted to just close it also.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And here, we're here to help you in anything you want. Okay, you need. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.